Welcome to our warrior flow with a Samadhi, which is a longer savasana, and we will go deeper. And I will guide you in through the koshas so that you can move into that final kosha, the Anandamaya kosha, the bliss body, where you are one with all life and the divine of your understanding and fully expanded in your consciousness. So we will begin. Please like this video if you enjoy it. And we are going to be in a little bit of an effort-based practice. So if you ever feel you need to take a break, please just seated position, standing, savasana, whatever works for you. Honor your body. This is your practice. We never go into pain. So if you ever go into pain, back off, please. We'll be engaging our bandhas, which are our energy seals or energy locks. We have 3 bandhas. Mula bandha is our pelvic floor, so we're going to gently engage that and feel a lift of the pelvic floor. Uddiyana bandha is here at the navel area. We're going to gently engage that and feel a lift. Jalandhara bandha is our last block, and that is chin comes in a little and the tongue is on the roof of the mouth. So as we gauge these bandhas, we seal in the energy and nothing gets lost and leaked out so we can create our highest vitality. So let's begin with our centering. Taking a moment to breathe into the lower belly, into that abdominal breathing as we trigger the parasympathetic nervous system and the relaxation response. Feeling the earth underneath you and taking this moment to just become present right here now. And our focus today is empowering love within. The love, the source of our love, comes from within our own soul, comes from our soul connection to our creator, source, God of our understanding. And so we're going to be focusing on empowering that inner love within us all, which has no limit. It is a limitless love, and that brings us gifts of joy and peace and freedom and security, inner security in our own self, in our own life, moment to moment. A deeper security than anything in the physical can bring us. So we're going to dive in and close our eyes and begin to scan the physical body, just noticing where we're at right now physically, and bringing our awareness to the body so we can feel those shoulders, that head, the earth supporting our buttocks and legs and our entire physical being. And diving into the emotional body, feeling all the emotions that are arising now, allowing them to just come and flow through you. If any of them get stuck, do a few deep breaths to allow them to simply move, feeling them fully. No judgment. We are the neutral witness. Allowing that emotional landscape to be felt and heard and acknowledged just the way it is. You don't need to change anything. Nothing's wrong. Emotions arise in this physical experience. And moving into the pratyahara, deep inside, noticing the inner sensations and aliveness. And feel your heart beating in your chest. That powerful pulsation moving throughout your whole body. You feel tingling. Energy moving. Trembling. Noticing what's inside as energy and aliveness. Just noticing, no judgment, as the neutral observer. And taking this moment now to set an intention for yourself in your life. It could be for today, it could be for a lifetime, it could be this week, whatever is on your mind and you'd like to create and manifest. Setting that intention out into the universe in the positive as if it is already so. We're creating this on the mental plane and feeling the emotions and seeing some images of this intention as you build this mental landscape for yourself, this blueprint. And taking a few moments now to fully feel those emotions you feel in this intention is fully manifest. Playing as if it is now. Taking a few breaths for the intention. And letting that intention go with a this or better, this or better, this or better. If the universe, the infinite intelligence, has a higher version of our intention, we are open to receiving that. And let's stand up to warm up. The warrior flow. So we're going to just shake the body out first. Just loosening the body up, getting the shoulders in gently with the head. Just moving the body a little bit, shaking it. Just feeling some freedom in your body. Moving the hips a little bit. Just moving them in circles maybe. And go in the other direction. Beautiful. Let's do a nice little side stretch. Moving over to the other side. Beautiful. Some twists. And getting some lateral movement of the spine. Now with some twists in the spine. Waking up that spine. Many say we're as healthy as our spine. And coming back to center. Beautiful job. We're going to tap that thymus. Wake up the immunity center here. Keep it healthy and alive and vibrant. Beautiful. We're going to do a little cross patterning. So right hand to left knee, left hand to right knee. And then you can add a double one. So as this hand is here, you can take, as the left hand's on the right knee, you can have the right hand on the left shoulder. We are helping to integrate that right and left brain. It's very important that they integrate, that they have their own specialties in serving us, yet if they're not integrated, we don't feel whole. So just integrating those. Let's do our breath of joy before we move into the warrior. We're going to do 3 inhales and then a nice long exhale as we fold forward. So the first inhale, we're going to bring the arms up to shoulder level. Second inhale, we're going to open those arms up wide and open the heart up wide. The third one, we're going to bring the hands up overhead and then exhaling, folding forward. And then as we come up, instead of hinging up, we're going to allow the spine to bring us up. So we're going to come up one vertebrae at a time. The lower vertebrae, all the way to the upper vertebrae, and finally those cervical vertebrae that we're going to bring the neck and the head. So the head's going to be the last as we roll up. When we hinge up, the head's the first to protect the lower back. When we hinge up, the head is the last to protect the head and the neck. So let's do our breath of joy together, finding your own pace and enjoying this beautiful breath. One more time. And let's just rest in our forward fold for a moment. Taking a nice deep breath or two here. And coming up one vertebrae at a time, allowing that spine to move us up. And coming all the way up. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. And we're going to move into our warrior flow. And with this focus of empowering this inner love within us, this inner warrior, which is pure love, the warrior of love. So we move into a nice wide stance, a nice wide foundation. Legs are wide. And we're going to take this, I'm going to take my right leg and point it 90 degrees towards the short end of my mat. The back leg is going to come 30 to 40 degrees. The heel are either aligned or I like my front heel to be going right through the arch of my back heel. And I'm going to bend that front knee, that right knee right over the ankle. So that's aligned. So now we're moving into alignment. Set the foundation and we move into alignment. Bringing the arms out, both about the same height, and turning the head to gaze out over those front, the right fingertips. And we're going to engage the bandhas and breathe, opening our heart and expanding our own inner love for ourselves and for all life, for this moment. One more nice deep breath. On your next exhale, bringing the back arm to the back leg and reaching that front arm up in a reversed warrior. And warrior is Virabhadrasana. So this is Viparita Virabhadrasana. Engaging those bandhas, and let's breathe. Opening the heart, expanding the love. And then this is our gift. This is our security. Nice deep inhale as you reach those fingertips up. And exhale, we're moving into side angle as you swoop that front arm to very gently rest on this front thigh. Back arm comes up alongside the body. And engaging those bandhas, and let's breathe. Feeling that line of energy from the back foot up alongside the body and out the fingertips. Open heart. Diving into that inner love, activating that inner love and light within you. Next inhale, reaching out into the fingertips, and as you exhale, let's straighten that front leg, bring that front arm down. You can come down to a block. Here, you can come down to a block. This with your triangle. Moving into Trikonasana or triangle. Right hand is down on the block or the floor. My left arm is up. The shoulders are stacked. The legs are straight, but not locked. A little tiny micro bend. And engage those bandhas and let's breathe. Again, our heart is open. We are warriors of love. And that love is an infinite supply within us. Let's look there for our love. Love for ourselves. Love for life and our creator source. Next, inhale, reaching those fingertips up. And on your exhale, bringing that left hand down. You can bring that left hand onto the block if you like, or the earth. We're going to adjust the back foot so it's 90 degrees parallel to the front. And this is going to be a revolved triangle. So we're going to twist looking away from me as you raise the right arm up. Engaging those bandhas and let's breathe. You can gaze up towards the fingertips in this as well. Or you can keep your head in alignment with the spine. Nice deep inhale as you reach the fingertips up. And then exhaling the hand down. And bringing a hand on either side of that front foot. You can have blocks on either side. And we're going to that front leg is straight, not locked. And we're going to just rest the chest. Bring the head in towards that front leg in our pyramid pose. Engaging the bandhas and let's breathe. Fully present to our bodies, to this body temple, and to this power of love within us. Beautiful job. We're going to move into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. So the first thing I'm going to do is bring that knee so it's back over the ankle, bending that front knee. You can stay in a nice low warrior if you like. Come up. You can also drop that back knee. I'm going to adjust that back foot to 30 degrees. But you can drop the knee down for a low warrior if you like. I'm going to square my hips. So my left leg is back. I'm going to move that left hip a little forward. Readjust that knee so it's right over the ankle. Back thighs engaged. The bandhas are engaged. I'm going to bring the arms up in this warrior 1 pose. Engaging the bandhas in, breathe. Bring in the prana and life force, opening your heart to your own self-love. Fully empowered to love yourself at all times. To be your own source of love. Extending the fingertips up. And exhale, we're going to move into Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. It's a balance. You can either just move in and lift that back leg, extending the front legs out or to the side, or you can make a more slow adjustment. Engaging the bandhas and breathe. One more breath. And releasing down. Beautiful job. We're going to come to face forward. And we're going to move into a 5-pointed star. Feet are nice and wide. I'm going to have 5 lines of energies for this 5-pointed star. It all comes from the solar plexus. First 2 lines go down the legs and into the feet. The second comes from the solar plexus up through the heart and out the arms and fingertips. And the last comes up and out the crown, 5th point. Engaging those bandhas, and let's breathe as we engage these simultaneous 5 lines of energy. Beautiful. On your next exhale, bring in the hands to the hips. We're going to adjust the feet a little bit. We're going to bring the heels in. The feet are, toes are pointing out into what I call froggy feet. Froggy feet here. We're going to bend the knees so the knees go over the feet into a beautiful squat. Find your squat. It may be way up here, maybe way down here. Find what works for you. This works for me right here. Bringing the arms up. Palms are facing out to the world, or they can come into you if you need extra love. And allowing that love that is an infinite supply within you to come through your heart and out your hands, either to yourself or out to the world, engaging those bandhas, and let's bring in the prana and life force with the breath. One more breath. Beautiful. On your next inhale, bringing the hands back to the hips and coming up. Beautiful job. We're going to move into wide leg forward fold. So the first thing we want to do is stick that tailbone out a little bit. And then we're going to hinge at the hips. So we're going to be hinging at the hips. And the only thing that's moving right now is the hips. And when you find that edge where the hips don't want to hinge anymore, allow the spine to round. You can bring your hands down to a block or to the floor. Whatever works for you. And taking a few moments to breathe in this beautiful forward fold. We're beginning now to bend one knee and stretch out the other leg. Just going side to side. And those hips move side to side as one leg stretches out, opposite knee bends in. Keeping the breath flowing. And coming back to center, we're going to bring the hands to the hips. We're going to lift that head first. So lift that head first and then begin to hinge up, allowing the head to come up so we put less pressure on that lower back, less weight. Body. Beautiful job. We're going to move over into our warrior flow on the other side. So I'm going to take this. My right foot is going to come 30 to 40. My front foot, my left foot is going to come 90 towards the short edge of the mat. I'm going to bend that left knee so it's right over the left ankle. Nice and aligned. My hips are facing forward, so our hips are facing each other. Arms are going to come out to the side, both at the same height, and we're going to turn the head to gaze out over those left fingertips, those front fingertips, engaging the bandhas, and let's bring in the life force with the breath. Empowered warriors of love, accessing that love within first, sharing it outward first towards ourselves and towards all else. The next inhale, we're going to drop the back arm to the back leg, reaching the front arm up, open heart in our Viparita Virabhadrasana, reverse warrior. Engaging the bandhas and let's breathe. Next inhale, reaching the fingertips up. And on the exhale, scooping very gently rest on that front thigh. Back arm comes alongside the body, engaging those bandhas, and let's breathe. Side angle. Very little weight on this front thigh. Open heart. Open to your own inner love. One more breath, reaching up into the fingertips. And exhale, straightening that front leg, bringing that front arm down to either your block or the earth. Shoulders are stacked, legs are straight yet not locked. In our Trikonasana, our triangle. Engaging those bandhas, and let's breathe. Energy is from the heart, out the extended fingertips. Next inhale, reaching up into the fingertips. Exhaling that hand down to the mat, bringing the hand on either side of that front foot. Adjusting the back foot so it's 90 degrees like the front. Bringing your weight and energy into this right hand as you revolve away from me, raising the left arm up into revolved triangle. Engaging those bandhas and breathe. Reaching up on the next inhale and exhaling that hand down. And resting into your pyramid. Allow yourself to come forward onto that front leg. And relax and breathe. One more breath here. And on the next inhale, we're moving into Virabhadrasana 1. So I'm going to bring that front ankle right over the front knee. The knee and the ankle are aligned, coming up to that front thigh, bringing the body up and squaring those hips. So now I'm going to bring that right hip forward a little so those hips are square. Knees right over the ankle. Arms come up. Open heart, empowered. We're always empowered to connect with the vibration of love that is always within us. Love or fear, we can always choose love. Engaging those bandhas and breathe. One more deep breath, reaching into the fingertips. On this next inhale, you can either slowly come into your warrior 3 by taking a step and bringing the weight to the front foot. You can just hinge right into that warrior 3. Finding a drishti and breathe. Come out, just go right back in like I just did. One more breath. And coming back. Beautiful job. We're going to move into a balancing pose right now. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. This is a real fun one. We're actually going to be balancing on one foot in one hand, but it's almost a little trickier than some of the poses where we're balancing on just one foot. So we're going to start with a nice wide stance where our Ardha Chandrasana balancing pose. And we're going to find a spot where our hand is going to come down. It's going to come down right about here, and it can come down to a block. It's about 3 palm distances away from the front foot and a little forward of it. So as we find that spot, it really works for us. We're going to lift that back leg up, allow it to be parallel to the earth, and we're going to bring I have my right arm on the block, and I'm going to bring the left arm up extended. And engage the bandhas and breathe. One more breath. And coming down. I'll show you a little modification for that as we go on to the other side and do with a chair. Helps a little bit with the balance. So instead of bringing my hand down all the way down to the floor or the earth or the block, I'm going to bring my hand down to the chair. So bringing the weight into the left standing leg, arm resting on your chair. Bring that back leg up so it's parallel. Right arm is extending up. Engage the bandhas and breathe. Find a dristi. One more breath. And gently coming out. Beautiful job. We might as well move into a chair and then move into our standing yoga mudra. Always good to strengthen these thighs. So feet are hip width apart. We're going to bend the knees and we're going to scoop the buttocks back. It's like we're sitting in a chair. Arms are going to come up, engaging the bandhas, and let's breathe. Abdomen is engaged. Shoulders are dropped down. Looking forward. One more deep breath. Beautiful. And as we come up, we're going to bring the hands behind us and clasp and begin to hinge forward in our standing yoga mudra. Reaching those hands up, or clasp the hands up towards the sky, dropping the head down. And let's breathe a few breaths as we truly honor this heart, the highest organ in our body right now. That symbol of love, the source of love within us, that divine wisdom within us. One more breath. Inhaling, reaching the hands up. Exhaling, bringing the hands down to the mat. And we're going to come all the way down onto our backs. Resting on our backs on the mat. We're going to move into a bridge pose. So I like to do a little warm up, a little half bridge. And so as we press into the feet, hands are palm down, resting into the earth, and we're going to just lift those hips halfway. It's also been called a two-legged table, but there's a few two-legged tables. So feeling those hips suspended, that beautiful sensation, engaging the bandhas and breathe. One more breath. And on your exhale, coming down one vertebra at a time, from those upper thoracic vertebrae down to the lower, and then finally with the lumbar. And also feeling that sacrum and tailbone release. And now we're going to move into a full bridge. We're going to arch the back up. We're going to bring the hands underneath and clasp them and come up onto our shoulders. As the knees are going to remain hip width apart, we're going to try not to let them spread out. So on your next inhale, pressing into the feet, lifting those hips, bringing the hands underneath you, coming up onto the shoulders, arching that back up into a back bend as best you can. Knees are hip width. Engage the bandhas and let's breathe in our beautiful bridge. One more breath. Inhale, lifting into that arch a little more, and then as you exhale, releasing the hands, releasing the shoulders, coming down one vertebra at a time, nice and slowly. And bringing those knees into the chest and rocking back and forth. Releasing and relaxing that lower back. And let's bring those feet up for a nice inversion. Feeling a nice break on those veins as gravity brings the blood to the heart rather than them having to pump the blood up to the heart. You can flex and extend those feet. Some more sensation. Becoming more and more embodied, allowing the love that we are, that is our soul love, to embody this physical temporary equipment, this costume. For the time we're here, we want to be empowered and powerful. And let everything lead us back to our heart and to love. We'd like to move into half shoulder stand, lifting those hips, bringing the hands to the small of the back. And the feet are right up above the head. And we'll a few breaths here in beautiful half shoulder stand. I'd like to move into plow, hinging those legs over so they're parallel to the earth. If they come down to the earth, that's fine, but just make sure that's okay with your lower back. I like to keep them parallel just to protect this lower back. And breathe. One more breath. And coming out, bringing the hands down to the mat, curling the feet up into a little ball and rolling gently down onto the earth. Stretching those legs out, we're going to move into our fish. Palms are face down on the earth, and we're going to bring one palm at a time underneath those buttocks, bringing those elbows and arms snug close in towards the body. And on our next inhale, pressing into those elbows and forearms as you lift the chest and the head up off the earth and gently coming down so the crown of the head is resting back on the earth. Beautiful upper arch on your back. And breathe into this beautiful heart opening back bend pose in the upper back and chest. Vishmatsyasana. One more nice deep breath. And on your next inhale, pressing into those elbows, lifting that chest up, straightening the body out, coming back, resting on the earth, releasing those hands from underneath you and bringing those knees into the chest and rocking back and forth. Let's bring those feet together in a butterfly, a Supta Baddha Konasana, supine butterfly. We can rock back and forth to begin with. Hands are wrapped around the feet. Coming back to a center, and let's gently pull the feet in towards the body. Keeping the breath flowing. Your heart open, connected to that inner love that you are, that is the eternal part of you. The true identity, the true self, true nature. We're going to move into baby, so we're going to keep those knees wide and the feet are going to face up towards the heavens. Hands are out around the outer edges of the baby. We're going to do a nice hip opener in baby, and then we'll go into our free-flowing Ananda Balasana. So taking a moment now to gently pull those feet down towards the earth, feeling a nice hip opening on both sides, both hips. Engaging those bandhas and breathe. Breathing into the belly, bringing in the prana and life force. Heart is open, knowing that we are love. That is our true identity. That love can never be lost. It's a permanent state within us. That we actually have no control over, because that is our source. It created us that way and sustains us eternally as love. We can increase it, we can open up to it, we can expand it. But that is our identity, our permanent identity, created for us by our Creator Source, the God of our understanding. And releasing that pull and moving into your Ananda Balasana as you just roll around and have some fun, stretching the legs out, finding what feels good, keeping that breath flowing. And making any other last stretches or a pose that you might want to do before we move into our releases and our Samadhi. And moving into our releases, we're going to put the feet onto the earth with the knees up. We're going to move into hip hula. So I'm flat on my back, nothing lifts up off the earth in our hula. We're just going to be swiveling the hips. So I'm going to start to feel that left hip pull down towards the left heel, and the right hip reaching up towards the right armpit. Now I'm going to swivel. I'm going to bring that right hip down towards the heel, just reaching towards it. Left hip is reaching towards the left armpit. And continuing to swivel those hips, nice and slowly, noticing the sensation in your lower back and your hips, your pelvic area. Keeping the breath flowing, fully present to the sensations in your body, enjoying the sensations, feeling them fully. Coming back to center, we're going to move into hip pointers now. So one hip at a time is going to lift up off the earth and point up to the sky. I'm going to root my right hip and buttocks into the earth as I point that left hip and allow that left buttocks to lift up off the earth, the mat. And I'm going to bring that left hip down and root that into the earth and point that right hip up. Hip pointers, continuing at your own pace, nice and slow. basking in the nectar of sensation, sensations in your body, connecting with yourself with great love, appreciation, respect, keeping the breath flowing. Coming back to center. Beautiful. We're going to move into cat-cow on the mat, supine. So I like to start with cat as we press the small of the back into the earth, tuck the tailbone under. As you move into your cow, we're going to arch that lumbar spine, small of the back up off the earth. The back may be still on the earth, but the spine is arched up above. Tailbone sticking in to the earth. Moving back and forth in your cat, flexion of the spine, and cow, extension of the spine. Keeping the breath flowing, enjoying and basking in sensation, fully present. In that space of love for yourself, empowered to choose love. We are always empowered to choose love at all times. It is our greatest asset, true wealth. And coming back to center. And we're going to keep those knees up. We're going to take the feet and walk them a little further apart from each other and drop one knee at a time into the center. Single knee drop. Keeping the breath flowing. One more time on each side. Beautiful. Coming back up to center. We're going to walk those feet back to hip width apart. Knees are up, and we're going to drop both knees over to one side or the other. Double knee drop. We're going to lift the top knee up, bring that over to the other side, and allow the bottom knee to follow till both knees are stacked on the other side. Lifting the top knee, bringing it over to the opposite side, letting the bottom follow for our double knee drop. And breathe. Bask in sensation. Resting in that space of love. One more time on each side. coming back up to center. Let's bring those knees into the chest. Rock back and forth. And then moving into your Savasana pose, stretching out, laying supine onto the earth. We're going to be in a little longer Savasana, so I invite you to put a sweatshirt on. I'll do that. Or find a blanket. Maybe put something under your knees, a blanket or a bolster. Maybe put some socks on. I see some socks. Yes. So that you're nice and comfortable and warm. The body can be taken care of so that you can allow the consciousness to expand without effort. I am going to sit up so I don't fall asleep on you, but I invite you to continue to lay on your back so that the entire body can let go and release and relax into the earth. Because even when we're sitting up, we're using some muscle tension and muscle strength, and we can't relax the body as deeply as when we're laying on our back. So allowing that body to release all tension, to sink deeply into the earth. It's like when we're laying on the beach and we're really relaxed, our body sinks into the earth. When you get up, you see a little indentation. You rested in your body, went deeper into the earth. Same as if you're laying on a nice, soft feather bed. Just sink in. So allowing everything to release and the body to become heavier. It's like when a child falls asleep, the body becomes heavy. So letting go of all tension and holding in the muscles. So letting all that tension and holding go so that your body can be completely relaxed. Feeling that earth below you supporting the body, holding the body. So you can release and relax even deeper into the body, into the earth. And inviting all aspects of your physical body, all the physical systems to relax. The muscles, the bones, the heart, the circulatory system, the lungs, and the respiratory system. I love the digestive system, all the organs, the skin, the endocrine system. And I love to invite the nervous system to relax and invite that brain to relax and quiet and become still and present. Present to this moment, to my voice, allowing the spinal column to relax. And I invite you to be present now to the breath, taking a few deep breaths into the belly as we move from the Annamaya Kosha, the physical body, to the Pranamaya Kosha, your energy body, your more etheric body. It expands deeper within and expands deeper without. It's a more expansive body. So breathing into that belly and inviting yourself to expand into your energy body, where all the energy systems reside. The meridian system, the chakra system, pranavayas, these koshas we're talking about, and nadis. Nadi, where the Sushumna energy moves up that spine. The Ida and Pingali dance and spiral and activate each chakra as it passes through and intensifies that great river, the Sushumna energy moving up through the spine. Feeling all the chakras light up, the meridians flowing more powerfully through your body. Continuing to breathe into the belly as you bask in the prana, the energy aspects of yourself. Pranamaya kosha. We're going to move now into the Manamaya kosha, the lower mind and emotions. So we're going to allow that thinking mind to relax. And we're going to direct the attention of the thinking mind to the emotions. And we are not going to describe the emotions. We're going to allow ourselves, as we bask in this Manamaya kosha, to bask in the emotional being, feeling the emotions fully. It's a kaleidoscope of emotions. We may not be able to label or describe them. That brings us back into the thinking. We're going to let that thinking go and let it be focused on the emotional body. Allowing ourselves the freedom and the acknowledgement to simply feel whatever is there without any judgment, without ever having to change anything, without making any of our emotions wrong. Just acknowledging this deep part of ourselves, this childlike part of ourselves that is innocent and simply feels. As the human experience is an emotional experience, we don't want to deny it. Don't want to push any of those emotions away or make any of them wrong. Bring it on, bask in them, and feel them fully. And allowing ourselves to go deeper inward, expand further out into this Vijnanamaya kosha. Deep inside the heart, into that sacred sanctuary of the heart. And we're going to move into single-pointed, concentrated focus on this beautiful wisdom body, focusing our attention and our energy into our heart, the heart chakra, and sending love into that heart, connecting with our own heart in a deeply loving, compassionate, and accepting way. As we rest in the wisdom of the heart, the Vijnanamaya kosha, far expanded in and out, resting in the wisdom heart, resting in our own self-love. With every breath, we feel our being expand out further, the love intensify within us. And we create an empty, open space to slip gently and naturally into that Anandamaya Kosha, our bliss body. Resting in Samadhi, full conscious awareness, alert, awake, present, identifying ourselves as everything, everywhere. Silent stillness. Resting in the very seat of our soul, the deepest inner sanctuary within our heart. Everything, nothing, everywhere, no one. Alert, fully conscious, expanded awareness. Vigilantly present. Beginning to take some deep breaths into the lower belly. To begin to come back, moving through those koshas, Your Anandamaya, the Vishnanamaya, the wisdom body. Down to your Manamaya and your Pranamaya as you breathe into the belly. Resting in that energy body, using the breath and the prana. And beginning to rest back into that Annamaya kosha, that physical body. Feeling that earth underneath you, supporting your body. Beginning to feel the whole back of the body resting on the earth, acknowledging that physical presence, temporary aspect of yourself. And feeling the front of the body. You feel the air on your face, the skin. The lower body, the upper body. Bringing your awareness to the right side of your body, the left side. And when you're ready, beginning to wiggle the fingers and wiggle the toes. Stretch out that body. You may even want to add a little yawn. And gently rolling over to one side or the other when you're ready. Taking a breath here. And then coming up to a seated position. Closing. See if I have a chant inside that wants to spontaneously arise. Haya kone sindehiya, haya kehone keha, haya sundeya kuneya, haya heya sundeha, heya kehoneya keheya, heya heya kehoneya tehe, heya kehoneya teheya, heya heya. Bringing the hands in Anjali Mudra. Let's check in with ourselves, scanning the body, scanning the emotional body, just noticing that inner energy within. And bringing yourself back to that intention you set at the beginning of practice. Feeling those emotions, seeing those visions. And we will close with a Namaste prayer. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, light, truth, and peace. When I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, we are one. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for our warrior flow with a Samadhi. I am Grace. Please check out EcstaticYoga.Studio for more information on our yoga teacher trainings and our yoga retreats. Wishing you a most beautiful and most blessed day.